Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another video for you guys. I was not expecting to make a video about this, but here we are. Shit happens, as they say. Woke up this morning to some interesting tweets. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Did some research, watched Star Wars Theory's video, and here's what I basically learned. Pablo Hidalgo, seriously, stop tweeting. Stop talking. Stay off social media. Seriously. All you're doing is hurting Lucasfilm at this point. And apparently, from what I understand, he's been doing this for years. Getting more and more negative. If you disagree with him, he goes after you, he attacks you. I don't think he was expecting Star Wars Theory to even see this tweet. Well, he has, and now a lot of people have, and oh my gosh. So, a little bit of background leading up to this point. So, the Mandalorian Season 2 finale. If you haven't seen the episode, which I think if you're watching this video you have, but in case you haven't, click away. Spoilers. 3, 2, 1, you better be gone. Okay, spoilers. Luke Skywalker shows up at the end of The Mandalorian Season 2. A lot of people got emotional, freaked out, lost their minds. Star Wars Theory was emotional. Cried during that. It was an emotional moment. It really was. So I don't blame him for crying. A lot of people cried. A lot of people lost their shit. So a troll account, I guess yesterday, posted a screenshot of Star Wars Theory being emotional, crying in the picture. And it's clearly from when he was watching Luke Skywalker showing up on The Mandalorian. I don't know how Pablo Hidalgo got on this account to post this tweet, but he responds to that post, not defending Star Wars Theory, which he doesn't have to, but I don't know why he was there to begin with to even respond, but whatever. He responds with saying, emotions should not be shared. Repeat, emotions should not be shared. Who the fuck says that? Like, seriously. So, Pablo, have you never shared an emotion at all? I'm not even talking movies or TV. I'm talking in general. Have you never shared an emotion before? Because if not, that's kind of scary. A little bit. Because someone has an emotion for anything. Or something. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand the whole... I don't get it. I don't get it. But from what people are saying and speculating, and I kind of agree... there is multiple layers to this response. First of all, him just saying emotions should not be shared. He's not just talking about Star Wars Theory. I mean, he's responding to that image, that tweet, but he didn't say Star Wars Theory shouldn't be sharing his videos like this. He shouldn't be sharing his emotions. He said a blanket statement, emotions should not be shared. So you're saying Star Wars fans should not have shared their reactions, their emotions to Luke popping up in The Mandalorian. Or to anything Star Wars. Is that what you're saying? Because you're a higher up at Lucasfilm. Are you sure you want to say that, Pablo? Are you sure? Because that's what you said. So, that's one level. The second level, which is more of like people thinking why he's doing this, like the reasoning behind the wording, is if you look at the credits on IMDb for Pablo Hidalgo, he has had involvement with a number of Lucasfilm projects, number of which are The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. He has no credit on The Rise of Skywalker from what I could tell. But that's neither here nor there. Star Wars Theory has made it very clear he's had issues with the sequel trilogy, but mainly Luke's involvement, his portrayal in the sequel trilogy. He has a major issue with it. Pablo Hidalgo, from what I understand, does not have any credit for The Mandalorian. He does for The Last Jedi, which of course heavily involved this Luke they wanted to take in the direction with Rian Johnson and everything. Is Pablo Hidalgo a little salty that Star Wars Theory is crying over The Mandalorian's Luke, which is the Luke a lot of people wanted to see, and for the Luke that he was involved with, Pablo was involved in, for The Last Jedi, Star Wars Theory has a major issue with? Is that a part of why he's saying emotion should not be shared? Because Star Wars Theory has criticized, he hasn't attacked, he has criticized the sequel trilogy and the portrayal of Luke, but has been really emotional and cried live on stream, during that live stream, watching the episode live, to that Luke. Is that where that maybe is coming in? I don't know. That's just my speculation. A lot of people are talking about that, though, so I think they might be right. And also, another little bit of, I guess, a third layer is the fact that Star Wars Theory has come out with, of course, a Vader fan film, which was heavily praised by many Star Wars fans. I'm not going to say all fans loved it, because I don't think every fan loved it, but it was really, really good in my opinion. But a lot of people responded well to it. The sequel trilogy for Star Wars, not so much from fans. So maybe is that a dig at there too? I don't know. My guess is Pablo Hidalgo has been watching Star Wars Theory's videos, and he knows that Star Wars Theory does not like the involvement of some of the things that Pablo has been involved with. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on here. A lot of things going on here. I think it really reaches to the point of something beyond this, where when you're at a certain point at a company in terms of a position, like Pablo Hidalgo is for Lucasfilm, you have to be careful what you say, because you are representing the company. It's not like Pablo Hidalgo is just some random guy back in an office somewhere in Lucasfilm you've never heard of, and he's saying stuff like this. Eventually that stuff may be found, but Pablo is one of the higher-ups at Lucasfilm. He's involved with story groups. He's involved, of course, in a couple of the stuff they've done, like Solo, Force Awakens, Last Jedi. I think he's been involved with the Vader Immortal games. I think the VR games, I think they're VR. Don't really keep up with that much, but I hear they're good. But, you know, he is involved in terms of how they tell story, and he's involved in those meetings. This is a guy people know, they recognize. He's at Celebration every year, I think. He's doing a lot of interviews. He's done panels. People recognize him. So when he says something like this, it is technically, in a sense, for some people, representing the company. And if you go to Twitter and type in Pablo Hidalgo, type his name in and go to new, like all the newest tweets, you see there are a lot of people still now, hours after this happened, responding saying he should be fired, which I don't agree he should be fired. I don't think he should be fired for what he said about Star Wars Theory. I'm just saying he needs to get off social media and shut up. That's what he needs to do, because he's hurting Lucasfilm by doing this. Now, some people will say, well, Lucasfilm's been hurting themselves for years, how they've been handling these things since the Disney buyout. I'm not going to get into that conversation, because the whole point of this is what Pablo is saying now, which he's been saying this kind of stuff for years. So it's not too surprising. It's not. But I think Star Wars Theory had every right to make his video, and he made very professionally made. he got right to the point. He wasn't like, he didn't really attack Pablo. He was basically saying this is unprofessional and this is wrong, because just saying that I should not be sharing my emotions for a product that you technically, even though you're not credited on, Pablo, because Pablo's not credited for Mandalorian, he's a part of Lucasfilm. He's a higher up there. Technically, he's a part of it, even though he didn't do any work on it, from what you understand. You shouldn't be like going around and telling fans they shouldn't be having, that they should be not sharing their emotions to a product that is helping your company. Because with the sequel trilogy, with The Force Awakens, got a lot of positive feedback. The Last Jedi was very divisive. The Rise of Skywalker, very divisive. You have The Mandalorian that is not universally, there's some people that don't like it, but there's a lot of Star Wars fans that are losing their minds and loving this. And saying, this is what we wanted from the sequel trilogy. This is what we wanted. So, if he's salty for that, because he's like, well, I wasn't a part of The Mandalorian, and they're loving that, but they're not liking the stuff I was involved with, if that's part of the reason why he responded this way, I don't know why he responded in the first place. I still don't understand. I will never understand. And one final nail in terms of how shitty this whole situation is. Pablo, for a brief time, deleted that tweet, of course. It's gone. But screenshotted the deleted tweet, emotions should not be shared, and put it as his Twitter header. Just to kind of put a little icing on this shit cake that he did. And this is not so much about Star Wars Theory, of course, being a humongous YouTube Star Wars channel. It's about the fact that he did this. If he would have responded this way to a Star Wars fan that reacted to Luke showing up and it got 50 views on YouTube, but it was posted somewhere and he responded the same way, yeah, people should be responding the same way to what he said. Because this is messed up. You want people to share emotions, Pablo. You want Star Wars to be successful, yes? Yes? Okay. So then people should share their emotions because it helps your brand. Because once that blew up, that Luke was in the fucking finale, people lost their minds and went crazy. And I know some people that have never seen The Mandalorian that started watching because they heard Luke was in the finale of season 2, so they started watching the show. So yeah, you do want people to share. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So, in conclusion, in closing, Pablo, I think you're probably not going to watch the video, but maybe you will because you want to see what people are saying about you because of what you did. You fucked up. Get off social media. Stop being a part of social media. Like, just stop. Delete it if you want to. Just stop. Don't know why you were in that. Why you're responding to that post originally. I don't know how you got there. Don't know if someone tagged you. The point is, Pablo, shh, stay quiet. Just stay away. Do your job, and stop commenting on this kind of stuff, because it hurts Lucasfilm. It hurts the brand. And it shows, because now there's a lot of people that are calling for your firing, which I don't agree with, but you need to shut up. So that's the video. What do you guys think of this whole situation? Do you think Pablo should have shut up? Do you think Star Wars Theory handled it well? Do you think in general this hurts the brand of Lucasfilm and Star Wars in general? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.